I'm going to do a review of the Travelpro Crew Classic. The Crew Classic rollerboard spinner style is really quite nice. It's got a couple of nice features. I'm going to switch to my studio so I can show you the measurements, how much this thing can pack. This thing is packed. So as you can see, I'll flip this over. It rolls quite nicely in the airport. Shoot it by itself just like that. So it rolls super nice, like really nice on a concrete epoxy coated floor in the airport. Pretty sweet. You can see telescopes down, telescopes up, telescopes way up. So you can see my height here. It's 6 foot or 183 centimeters. Pretty sweet. So let's switch over to the studio so I can give you a better impression of what the Travelpro Crew Classic Spinner full size is like. I'm going to show you the different dimensions and features of the Travelpro Crew Classic carry-on spinner. This spinner has quite a bit of space. I'm going to load it with 5 days of clothing in just a minute. You can see when I open the hatch, it does come with this little attachment organizer, which I completely get rid of because I don't use it at all. I just have it in here to show you. And the reason why I get rid of it is because it's very fiddly to remove. I mean, it is a neat feature. It adds to the cost, but that's okay. This little expander pack here, if you're one of the organizing types that likes to put things in pockets, it's got this solid, clear sort of fabric here, where you could put something, maybe makeup or something that might get a little bit wet. And then you've got your mesh pouch here. You can see the back there, but honestly, I just don't even use it. So I just toss it to the side. But inside, you can see it's got 2 sets of compression straps, which is very nice. So when you need to overload your luggage ridiculously, you can do that. Now inside, you can see here, it actually has a secret compartment. And ideally, Travelpro doesn't tell you this, but there's a little zipper pull that you can actually zip along, and you can see the guts of the luggage in here. It's a pretty slick little setup. It's got foam in the back so you don't ding up your body. That does add to the weight. But if you wanted to hide something in your luggage, not illegally, but from criminals or whoever, this is a great way to do it. The zipper pull just doesn't have the pull here, but you can pull it very carefully and kind of stab your fingernails, but it works pretty well. Don't worry, if you try and hide something from TSA, they'll find it. Now, in this side, there are no pouches, but on the hatch side, there is a pouch here. It's got full fabric and actually has a little carrying ditty here. It's got Travelpro, it's got 2 repaired zipper pulls, which is a very nice touch because they know luggage handlers kind of thrash stuff up. And that's that for the interior. Over here, you've got the suitor where you can unzip and put flat stuff so you don't have to mash it inside. And you'll notice this is where I put my AirTag, my Apple AirTag. This thing has saved me many times of my luggage getting lost. And if I unzip this completely, you can see the suitor coming out here, and this is the little tag I use in case my bag tag gets torn off and the handle gets destroyed. I put my name and number in this and then keep it in here, and you can actually have your luggage recovered. So you've got this amount of hatch space. It's very nice. So I'll zip that up. I will put my little tag back in here. I will close this up and show you the front pockets here. Oh, by the way, let me show you some measurements, just so you know. The hatch opening here is roughly 17 inches tall. The hatch opening here is about 12.5 inches. This is an asymmetric piece of luggage. So the bottom is 8 inches deep. The top is only 5.5. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but it does fit into the smaller planes like Delta Z175. It fits very well. It was full, and I had to jam it in, but it did fit. Now the front hatch here, the Kermit, I call it, unzips, opens up. Now this is a much more expensive piece of luggage, so it is nice. The hardware and zippers are way better than the Maxlite. You can see solid steel labeled, Travelpro here. Now this also has this weird top hatch, which I guess you can put things in there. This top hatch is about 6 inches deep. I don't know, I never put anything in there because you lose stuff in there. The Kermit portion is about 14 inches deep, and I call it Kermit because it kind of looks like Kermit the Frog when it opens. Ha ha ha. Gotta have a sense of humor here, come on. The top handle is telescoping. It's got a spring load, it can float a little bit. It is harder to get your hand under there, but it does compress down so it's less likely to be snagged and destroyed by luggage handling machines. On the side here, it also has a very durable lift strap compared to the Maxlite 5. This thing, like no problem, lifts very well. You can see the bottom, it's got a lift handle here as well. So if you need to carry your luggage like this, it is solid, it is not fabric. So if you gotta carry your luggage and lift it up, it's a great setup here. You can see the back, it has the luggage tag information patches here, but when I arrived at one airport, this was flopping around, so I don't use it. It's got the rail protector, so as you drag it up, it doesn't grind the back of your luggage. And it also has the thicker Travelpro protector here. Now as far as the handle goes, this thing telescopes quite a bit out, as you saw. And you can see it's got 3 different stop levels, 1, 2, 3, depending on your height. And then you can kind of just fiddle it down there. Yeah, there's the other stop right there. And then you can put it there, so there's a couple stops in there. Now I'm going to show you what you came for. What can you fit in the Travelpro Crew Classic 5 Days of Clothes? All right, so here we go. Oh, we'll spin it around so you can see it like that. All right, so I've got my socks here. I'm going to put those in there. All right, I've got socks that I'm going to put in here. So one, let's see, my shorts, pants, got a couple of my shirts I'm going to load here. 3, 4, all right, 5. Okay, that's the 5th one. Now, of course, you did bring underwear, right? I hope so, unless you like going commando. Some people like that. No judgments there. I've got 1 pair of pants, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of pants. Pretty good. I've got my handy dandy flip-flops. I'll jam those in the bottom always. And then, of course, if you use a hairdryer and flat iron, you need to have those in here as well. So I pack those in there too. And I start packing my shell jacket because you never know what you're going to run into. And then I can pack all of my socks and just kind of spread them around. Pray they don't get lost. And then I will pack my backpack, my jacket on top of this to protect the hairdryer and everything else. And you'll see that even though it's pretty darn loaded, I still get the toiletries in here as well. Professional travel tip, don't ever put your toiletries in your check bag. Trust me on this one. Close this bad boy up, zip it up there, and I did not even have to use the expansion on this Crew Classic. So this weighs a total of 5 days of clothes, plus hair dryer and everything else. How much does this weigh? Let's find out. Oh, let me reset it. Okay, here we go. £20. Fully loaded, 5 days of clothes, hair dryer, toiletries, jacket, raincoat, everything in here. And it does come with an expander. You can see the expander here. You just simply unzip this and it expands the lower portion. It gives you another 1.5 inches of space on the bottom. This expanded would be pretty tough to get in E175, but all the larger jets have no problem at all. Getting this all zipped up. Pretty good there. Standing, if you're concerned about the height, airlines there, it is 22 inches as guaranteed. The width here is 13 inches, and the height, no expansion. The thickness is just under 12 inches, so even though they say 9 inches on some airlines, yeah, right, you can pretty much compress it in there. So that works pretty well. So again, I'll unload all this and I'll give you a completely empty weight just to give you a comparison of how much all those clothes and everything weigh. So empty without that expander pouch weighs so it's 7.1 pounds or 3.2 kilos. So definitely heavier than the Max Light, but the durability, the strength, the extra handles, the retractable handles, the better fabric, you definitely get a supreme piece of luggage in the Travelpro Crew Classic. Hope you enjoyed my review of the Travelpro Crew Classic spinner full-size rollerboard with expander on it. It's really nice, highly recommended. This is what I'm traveling with nowadays when I need to do a carry-on roller. It works. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to the video or channel.